Hey Capi, welcome back to the channel. First things first, this reading for you guys is definitely being started on selfish intentions. Like, I'm not in the mood today and I feel guided to do your reading. I don't know why, considering I don't even know who you guys are personally, some of you, but not all of you, why I feel so comfortable doing Capricorn's read, but it must be the energy behind the screen. But it feels at home, and every time I'm in a state, I just want to do a Capricorn reading. So this is really more for me right now, because I know I've been banging out Capricorn reads, but definitely in a really bad place currently, and just want to keep it 100. I feel like if there's anything I've been doing on this channel is keeping it 100. So I was going to wait until I felt good, till I spruced myself up, until everything was flourishing and flowing well before I jumped on here. And then I was like, nah, let's just keep it real. Fact of the matter is, I'm a hot mess right now. Haven't brushed my hair. Mental state is going downhill. I feel like I'm in a complete manic midlife crisis. And shit's just wild, bro. I don't even know. But like, you know them ones, like literally dark room energy, just couldn't even function, bring myself to have a day. Yesterday I couldn't even wash my skin, like just tending to basic needs, just such a low. And it's interesting because I'm trying to fight through, but it's like, no, like I'm done fronting it out. And I don't really know how to get through this, because my coping mechanism has always been doing things to mask the problem. So makeup, like whenever I was feeling down, I'd just go and buy a load of new makeup, create some kind of mask, or hair dye. So literally since I was like 13, I've been dyeing my hair. I've been every colour in the rainbow. And then I put myself on like a ban, like a detox, to really find true love for the real me, for myself, without all those things, like without the hair colour and the cosmetics, and just bringing it back to basics. And I've spent 3 years like growing out my hair, because I literally looked like Keith Lemon at one point, like, because of the damage of the bleach and all the rest of it. But it's like I just couldn't pull myself out of the rut this time. So what did I do today? I went storming down to the shop. I bought myself a couple of boxes of bleach, a bottle of toner, and some pink hair dye. And I'm like, I'm just about to go full manic mode. Probably regret it. But I need to do something just to like transmute. I just need to spark some joy. And my usual practices aren't quite doing it. Not sure if this is a collective thing. Not sure if I'm just going doolah lally. Like, I'm really just done with everybody and their mother. No fight left to fight. But then it's like, maybe that's the point. Push to surrender. Something else, even things like comments, like people commenting, I've been getting triggered. And that whole thing of like the divine feminine energy, that dark feminine energy, like if someone messages or says something that ticks you off, just delete it. Move with grace. Keep it moving. But I've been cussing out everything, you know, and it's just like my reaction has just, like, old reactions have just come back that I thought I had fully harnessed. And it just feels like this wildfire within me. So I don't want to hear nothing, don't tell me nothing. Even like in terms of like, I was travelling the other day, like going up the escalators, and there's a sign and it's like, hold the row. I'm like, hold your mum. Like, just, fuck, everybody fuck. Oh, gremlin mode, bro. And I don't know why. It just seems to have come out of nowhere. Moon in Pisces. I don't know if it's got something to do with even with the retrograde energy. I don't know. Moon spells on here. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, even comments, it's like normally I'm just like, yeah, whatever, like let people say what they want to say, really doesn't affect me. But recently it's like, it's been difficult just to let it go. I've wanted to say some shit and it's just like, let it go. Or deal with things in a healthy way. Like someone commented the other day, it's like, oh, is it spirit or is it schizophrenia? Like questioning like me, like, is this spirit or is it schizophrenia? And it was triggering because I was abused by someone that had schizophrenia. I've been around people that have schizophrenia. And it's like anything, it's like money doesn't make you a good or bad person. It's like it doesn't make you a good or bad person, but it does bring out certain things within you. Like I've been around people that have been absorbed in like a completely in their heart space, in absolute kindness. Not like the stereotypical labels that go with that. But then even that thing of like, well, what is schizophrenia? Like, let's just go there now. Yeah, I think I'd blocked the guy that said it because I was in one of them moods. Shouldn't have done that. Should have addressed it. Open the conversation, guys. But it's like, what is the difference? So schizophrenia, you hear voices, but we all have it in a voice. In Native American teaching, schizophrenia is part of the awakening, part of the evolution of the mind, the consciousness, tapping into yourself, tapping into spirit. Yeah, there's a very fine line. But it's like, what is that fine line? Is it the narrative you give? I've experienced all different kinds of things of the mind, like going through abuse and all kinds of different forms of things in terms of social anxiety, panic attacks, having dark thoughts, life-ending thoughts, all kinds of different things. Negative self-talk. It's like, well, how do you differentiate between negative self-talk, that voice in your head that tells you you're good or you're bad, or a voice in your head telling you something and it's schizophrenia? Lucky enough, I'm solid in myself to know when it's my mind and when it's something else. Have I experienced both? I think I probably have. In terms of dipping in and out of certain struggles, mental struggles. But there is there's a clear difference. There's a clear difference that they are both human. Is it an experience of the human mind? Like anything, the result of something that happened? Because I don't know, because I haven't done a survey, but everyone I know that has experienced symptoms of schizophrenia, that have schizophrenia, allow my word in, because I don't know the proper way, because I don't look into the proper way, because I don't believe in the book term of things as such. But the people that I've met that have experienced that have gone through severe abuse, whether it's physical abuse as a child, something that's altered their psyche, something that's altered them, some kind of suppressed pain, some kind of torment. And it's like I get diagnosis and prescription can be very comforting to those that are suffering because it gives you an understanding of yourself. There's things that I've been trying to heal for a long time that I thought were linked to trauma that actually I'm realising I've been this way since I was a child, in terms of social struggles, in terms of, and it's like things have come up, been brought to my attention, and I'm not saying that I am or that I'm not or that there's any form of this, but things like ADHD, things like autism, things that, and certain things that are just the way that I've always been, whether it's struggling with socialising, struggling with certain changes, hypersensitivity, the way that I literally, my energy levels, the way that I run, the way that I take things in, that I would, like, there's certain ways that have just been me that I've seen as wrong, or thought that they were actually the result of trauma, part of like symptoms of PTSD, when actually I'm being guided to see, actually no. Some of these things I've carried from a child. And some of these things are me. And some of these things I'm pushing away are me for a reason. And there's a reason why I'm not meant to be able to do things the way that others do, because then I'm able to find my own way. So as far as dropping little one-liners about, is it spirit or schizophrenia, love? Like, save yourself the effort, because you're going to get deleted, you're going to get blocked. I know myself too well to be affected or offended by any of your funny comments that I've seen. However, don't get too many of them, so grateful for that. Like, you guys are so supportive, especially Capi. But you always get one critter in the bunch. But also, great point. Like, he's triggered, like, whoever's he's triggered me by commenting that. Because it's brought up things that I've gone through with someone that had that. It's bringing up own doubts, like how I was telling you guys, I was battling with imposter syndrome. It's like, oh, like, is it? Like, is it spirit? Is it? But it only takes you a minute to ask yourself. It's like, and to know, it's like that intuitive feeling, almost like how it's funny. It's like, don't give anyone the power to put you down or make you feel away. But also be mindful, because it's like, when that comment come through, yeah, I thought, oh, what is this guy talking about? Deleted it, you know, had a little rant. And then I was like, oh, maybe this is coming up for a reason. There's no accidents out here. Am I experiencing symptoms of schizophrenia? And it was like, I actually needed it, because things have been coming up recently where it's like, I'm doubting myself because I've been labelled to have bad mental health or anxiety, or you can't do this, you're not strong enough to do this. It's not really that, like, it's not really you, this imposter syndrome. And I've been doubting myself, like, oh, am I just crazy? Am I not good enough? Like, all these things. Am I even, like, even doubting my own gifts, my own human abilities, my own gifts when it comes to anything I'm doing. And sometimes it takes someone to say the horrible thing to you that you're unconsciously saying to yourself, for you to realise how much it's not true, it doesn't resonate. So there's lots of different sides to this. However, okay, it's all crazy. We've gone from hair dye to this, I don't even know. I just come in, I've been wandering around the park, I took a little video of some squirrel, had a little chat with him, just been wandering around all day, just can't get into a grounded place. Even though I was grounding on the earth, I still couldn't get into a grounded place. I just feel like lots of different energies. And like, I just want to throw it all away, like throw in the towel. Like, I've been celibate for about, I don't even know, 3, 4, 5 years. After being a sex addict, I've been doing these things, even the thing like growing, like helping my hair to grow and healing things and nurturing things. And I just feel like I want to self-sabotage, like it's almost like self-inflicted pain, where I just want to like go out in the night and cause a ruckus. And I feel like the hair dye, buying the hair dye was the first step. And it's like, I just want to rebel against myself, against my own standards, against my own values, against the whole point of what I wanted to do and why. Because I feel restricted by my own rules. And maybe there is a need to liberate myself from that. And maybe this is something you're facing. It's like what we tell ourselves is right and wrong. But it's like, are you happy though? It's like if I do my hair, I'm against the chemicals in it. I've changed my whole lifestyle to remove chemicals from my hair, and I've just gone and bought a load of stuff with all the chemicals, like so many chemicals. It could break off, and all the time I've been trying to restore it, I could go back to square one. And there's an adrenaline rush in that. Taking the risk, doing something that could go terribly wrong. And then it's also like, and what if it does? Like, am I happy right now? I can't remember the last time I smiled other than when I was chatting to the squirrel. Like, I'm just low right now. And it's like, and what if it all falls off? Like, just seeing a little bit of pink, or just like, even if it's not in great condition, the pink's gonna make you smile. Who cares what it looks like to anyone else? Do what you want to do. Not what seems right, not what seems nice, not what seems acceptable. But I just feel like I need to let it all go. But I don't want to let it go to the point where there's regret. And I feel like I've just been sitting on this fence where I just feel locked in limitation. Even in terms of like breaking my celibacy, but not for the right reasons. Like literally it's just like a let off steam kind of thing. But then it's like I'm going to my future self after doing these things, and it's like, how is it going to leave you feeling the same deflated way? It's like, it's not for the right reason. Is this just the test? Feeling like I'm going to fail all tests. We're 18 minutes in, I'm just rambling. Guys, if you're still here, hey. I'm going to start your reading now. Appreciate you. I needed a kind ear today. And tuning into your energy always feels like a kind ear. Judgment, 3 of Cups. The World, the Tower. The World, the Tower, Judgment. 3 of Pentacles in the near future. Give me something on this 3 of Cups. Okay, I was guided to check the Page of Swords in the Crystal Tarot book. As I did, the Devil fell out on the floor, another deck. 2222 on the clock, there you are. You have been working hard and your previous actions will lead to success, but you will still need to be prepared and flexible to deal with the challenges ahead. Focus on your heart chakra to keep centered. You are wiser now, having learnt from your own mistakes. Work with your kunzite crystal to remove obstacles from your path, and you will find any problems quickly disappear. Take any opportunity for learning or teaching, because facts and information may become important. A young man could enter your life. See the crystal there, kunzite. I haven't actually seen this before. It's like a pinky tone. I don't know if you can see with the light in there. There's a great victory here. Financially, something's increasing. There's a lot of money coming in. It feels like something connected to your purpose. many different opportunities. There are huge changes here. It feels like a lot of harsh endings, some things over and done with. It's been necessary in order for you to secure whatever foundation it is you've been laying. Certain things have had to go. There's a lot of changes, fast-paced changes up ahead. But these are all opportunities for you to create and to increase what you're building. There's going to be certain signs coming in with these opportunities. You're going to know what's right for you. And it may not seem what's best, logically, but it's going to align with you. Maybe it doesn't seem like the best opportunity to the outside eye, for whatever reason it might be. Maybe it's not in the best location. Maybe it's not the greatest pay. Maybe it's not the time you want to be doing something in terms of like the hour. It may feel logically it's inconvenient, but there's something about this that is just so you. It aligns with you. There's more to this than meets the eye. Take action on what you feel guided to. This is your purpose. This is your calling. This is what you're passionate about. This is what you've asked for. The good times are coming as celebration and happiness are indicated here. If you are planning a party or event, you will find you may need to work with others as a team or apply your social networking skills to achieve your aims, making new friends along the way. If this all gets a little frantic or you feel restricted, focus on your solar plexus and act on your emotions. Watermelon tourmaline is a feel better stone, welcoming fun and humour as well as love into your life. It is also a good time to mark an occasion with a ritual. I just realised I forgot to put our little backing track on, guys. Let me start this little fella up. Are you charged? Are you charged for me? 2 devices? What do you mean? Stop playing with me. Calm my manic mush down and let's start again. Right. The moon, the hermit. 333. Feels like mastering yourself in the dark, going into the void, experiencing the lows and the highs of things. Why is there a comb on my desk? Something come through about going through things with a fine-tooth comb. It feels like you could have really sat. It's like contemplation, reflection. Feels quite, yeah, the wheel of the moon, the hermit, the wheel of fortune, guys. Some spiritual warrior kind of shit going on. Judgment, the world, the tower. If there's been a period of stagnancy, you're rising out of this. Phoenix rising. There's been a lot learned. There's been a lot transmuted. There's been a lot that you've created. Seeds that you've planted. Something's coming to fruition over the next couple of months. There's a lot of money coming in. There's a lot of success here, whether this is in business. Some of you it's in terms of expanding a home. It feels like some kind of property development or building something for the long term, making something bigger, expanding something. So a lot of success here, a lot of money here. It feels like this isn't something you're just doing for a quick turnaround. This is something you're invested in, something you're going to continue to grow, to nurture. This feels like generational wealth. The situations that are coming up right now, the things you're being put through, the lessons that you're learning, the way that you're mastering your emotions, the way you're mastering your intuition, honing your gifts, this is necessary for what you're about to be doing, for where you're heading. There's a huge level up here. It feels like something happening behind closed doors, some kind of undercover transformation. Things are about to be seen. Something's coming to the light, guys. The Major Arcana over here. And there's strong cards as well. The Emperor, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, the Moon, Judgment, the Tower. Rest, don't quit. Something you've prayed for is coming in. Take a minute, rejuvenate. Get into a good place. Do what you need to fill your cup. Because it feels like, yeah, fill your cup. Some songs coming through, literally, I can't, I think it's called Fill My Cup. Fill my cup running over. Fill my cup running over with your love. Don't leave me sober. Something like that. I can't remember what it is. But there's something coming through about filling up your own cup. Leading yourself to the top of this mountain. It's a commitment to self. Seeing yourself as your own best friend, as your own community. The way out of some kind of negative headspace is through love. It's like the thing we're trying to heal is just love. It just needs love. Love is the cure. There is nothing to heal. It's like that narrative, you're whole already. Accepting all of you. I see some video the other day, I think Garen Jones posted something on Instagram about, and it was like something for you to repeat, like an affirmation. It was like, I receive all of me and I leave no piece behind. Something like that. That's not the exact words, I don't think. But like, I receive all of me, all parts of me. The way out of anxiety stems from being disconnected. The way to come out of this anxiety is to connect back to yourself. To accept yourself, all of yourself, the highs, the lows, the good, the bad, the ugly, and celebrate that. Your humanness. Because it feels like there's a lot of responsibility coming in. You're going to have to back yourself, know your own worth. What's coming through is what I said earlier about someone querying that, oh, is it spirit or is it schizophrenia? It's like, if somebody didn't know their worth, it's like, if you don't know who you are, people can tell you who you are. If I let that doubt seep in, or I started telling myself I wasn't okay and that it wasn't really this and it was that, I could manifest that reality pretty quickly with deep belief. Choose what you accept. It feels like you've been tested, having to master the unknown, having to sit in the silence, sit in the, like, move through that murky water, move through the mud. The Star, Temperance. Guys, this is divine. There's so much blessings in this reading. It's such a kind of, it's beautiful energy. It's slightly like a stoic Ace of Pentacles. It's a beautiful energy. There's a humbleness about it, but not in necessarily the definition of the word, but in the way that we see it as like, there's a humility about it. Like, celebrate yourself, realize who you are in terms of like your own value. needing something outside of yourself. It feels like that's what it's like, being pushed to your limit. And this is coming back to what I was saying at the beginning of the reading. It's like how I feel called to rush around to find things outside of myself, whether it's people, places or things or hair dye, to mask the problem, to fill the void, to take the edge off as a distraction. And it's like, should I still give myself permission to do those things? Yeah, if I want to, after I've become aware of why I'm actually doing it. If it still feels like I want to do that, then I will do that and own it. But do you really want to do it? It feels like you've been pushed to see what you really want to do, what you will do and what you won't do, because what you're being leveled up to run or create, it's a no-nonsense energy. It's like you're going to be able to have fun with it if your values are intact, if your foundation's tight. And it feels like this is why maybe things have taken a little longer, why things may seem a little... It feels like being left in the dark for a long time. Maze kind of energy, having to find a way out, having to find your own way out. But I'm seeing someone walk through the maze and it's like they're leaving the string behind them, so it's like they can find their way back. It's like you've laid that path. I was up all night last night, literally. I just did not sleep. I was up just wired watching Brad Mondo videos of hair transformations, because I was like, I just need to do something. I just need to do something crazy. I just need to like channel this into something, and I was determined just to go and buy some crazy hair colour. And when I was watching his stuff, he mentioned Guy Tang, and I started watching his hair videos. I'm obsessed. And there's a video, like a short on his channel, and he basically says about Dorothy always had the red shoes in The Wizard of Oz. She always had the shoes. And sometimes it's like you follow that yellow brick road, you follow that path, and you take this whole trip to find out that what you was going to find, or what you was waiting to be told you was worthy of, or what you was waiting to be handed, was an illusion. And that actually at the end of that yellow brick road, it's just the man behind the curtain. It's just the wizard behind the curtain. And she had the power all along because she already had the shoes. And it's like... And he says something about sometimes it's not about following the yellow brick road, but it's about laying your own path. And just to be yourself fully. It's like, because when you really get there, when you really reach the milestone or make it or get the validation, you realise that no one knows what they're doing. No one really cares. That whatever you're doing, make sure you're happy. Make sure it's for you firstly, whether it's posting on social, whether it's going somewhere. It's like, what's the intention? If there was no social media, if there was no phone, if no one was ever going to know what you've done in this life, like say we're back there's no written word, there's no video, there's no picture, there's no posting. There's no way of documenting your day and showing it off, what you had for breakfast. I've done it myself. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying there's no way of documenting that. What would you do? Would you do the same things because it's genuinely what you love to do and what sparks joy when no one's looking? Or is it partly for a different intention? It feels like you're being asked to fully own your light, own your loves, whatever you love, to jump into that, to go all in, because it's going to help whatever you're building prosper, the more authentic something is. It does feel like it's meant having a lot of patience. It feels like a long time coming, whatever this is, Queen of Wands. But it's like, don't deceive yourself at the last minute. Keep your standards. Don't get sloppy. Don't be sloppy. Spiritually or emotionally. Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups, Three of Swords. Ace of Swords. Tested the most just before the level up. I need to just stay in tonight and hold on to the sides. Like, just get me through the night. Just get me through the night, guys. The Empress. Even I haven't even sorted out this, you know, this there ain't been no cleanliness going on here. My Alice deck's fallen over. This Moon in Capricorn card, pretty sure he was out in your last reading. Complete messy witch today, slapdash, but messages still coming by. Angels got me. Angels got us. Oh, the most beautiful thing happened today as well. As I was walking around after having a chat with a squirrel, and I was trying to find somewhere to smoke, and I don't agree with smoking around people that don't want to smoke, especially children. Like, I just don't, it just doesn't sit right with me. And even when I'm around people where it's like their parents will bring them over to me when I'm smoking, like it's they're giving me permission, I can't, like, it just doesn't sit right. For me personally, probably triggering me because I feel like when I was, probably my own trigger, because I feel like when I was younger I was passive smoking, and as much as I enjoy it, it's not something I feel that we should push onto anyone where it's like it becomes a desire unconsciously, like without having that actual choice to do it. So as much as frustrating as it is, and I will cuss out like, oh, like, can't you just give me some space? My heart, it's not that. It's like, no, it's like, it's okay. Like, if there's people about, like, just let it go. Don't pollute everyone, whatever. So I was kind of in that two minds of like, oh, just F it, or like, no, let it go. And I was like, no, let it go. And as I was walking, coming out of where I was, this little girl come over to me and she was like, hello. And it was the most, literally all she said was hello. But it was like fairy energy. Like, she was just so heart open, the most beautiful little flower. And she literally said to me, like, in that moment, it was like confirmation why I didn't continue. Like, these little loves don't need polluting anymore. Like, this is what life is really about. Like, this younger generation. Like, the light and the love in her energy, this little dot of a darling. And then she just come over again the second time. And she said, would you like to have a flower? And I swear I could have cried, because I was in such a rage at that point. I was frustrated. I was like, everyone's getting in my way. Everyone's getting on my nerves. I just need some peace and quiet. Completely out of my heart space. And just this few words from this little angel, I just melted. And she just handed me, she was like, would you like to have a flower? And she ran off. And she come back and she handed me this tiny little daisy. I can't even deal. The energy of this little daisy has got me through the rest of the day. I kind of want to dip it in resin and make like a little necklace with it or something, just because, as a reminder of the love that exists in this world. Look at my collar, I can't even tell today, guys. Straighten up yourself, straighten up yourself. Keep it prim, keep it proper. Alice. Growing and growing. You've outgrown your environment. The lotus there, through the mud. 47, 47. Something's about to completely shift. It feels like a dream come true, a new life. It's time to take a leap of faith. Queen Alice. Number 9, growing and growing, page number 23. In the story, Alice had followed the white rabbit into his house. As she snooped around his bedroom, she noticed a little bottle near the mirror, knowing that something extraordinary happened every time she ate or drank anything in this world. She swallowed the potion and instantly became gigantic. Of course, this made her feel very cramped in the tiny rabbit house. Meaning, you're experiencing some radical change that is transforming you from top to bottom. This is not a bad thing per se, for life is all about impermanence and evolution. The tricky part is that your environment may not change at the same speed, leading you to feel like someone whose shoes are too small for their feet. Strive to create the optimal conditions for your expansion. Make it a priority, because right now your well-being comes first. 444. Guys, I can't even keep the card straight because I'm just hypertension Lil right now. Oh, I hope you see it. What? So, growing and growing, Alice here, as I put it down, just knocked the hanged man off and he's done a flip. So now he's in the action mode. How is your environment supporting you? Would you be able to create more, do more, be inspired more if you was in a different environment or you changed up your environment in some way? Maybe it's just cleaning something up, maybe it's clearing something, maybe it's creating a corner in your house to put something you like or something you want to start doing, like a project, like setting it up so that it's easy for you just to go and sit and start. Preparing things for yourself. Maybe it's changing location. It does feel like huge changes. We've got the tower here as well. The tower and the wheel of fortune are the cards sitting under where I was guided to put the Alice card down. Then we've got Queen Alice, number 36, page number 50. In the story, when entering the chess game at the beginning of Carol's second novel, Alice seemed quite unsure of herself and showed a great lack of confidence. However, by the end of the book, she found herself wearing a crown and became Queen Alice. As she exerted her power as monarch, she grew more and more confident, which proved that her initiatory journey into Wonderland had taken her through a deep inner transformation. 52 minutes on the clock. Meaning, shouldn't you feel proud of yourself? Look what you have accomplished. It wasn't a piece of cake, and you have shown a great deal of courage and perseverance. You truly deserve a crown. An intense metamorphosis has occurred. You are no longer the person you were yesterday, and you are now becoming the person you will be tomorrow. But your adventures are not over yet, so get on for the next ride. As long as you keep a loving, open heart, you will continue to learn and grow for the better. Key question: do you feel like the king or queen of your own destiny? 52:52 on the time on the video. Got antelope on the back of the deck, number 37, action. It's go time. Who's this? The salmon, number 49. we've got the wolf, teacher, pathfinder, number 15. Page number 231, inner knowing, wisdom, salmon, keeper of inner knowing, illuminate all that I can see, fill me with love of learning, life's sacred wisdom offered to me. The silver of salmon's skin reflects many lessons. To reclaim your inner knowing, you must see the opportunity in all situations and know that wisdom is earned through both life's easy and difficult experiences. Be willing to listen to others as well as to the small, still voice within. Behave in a manner that honours your path. The proper use of inner knowing comes when you flow with your authentic feelings, embracing all the experiences you encounter in life as learning lessons rather than hardships. Salmon teaches you to see every bend in the river as a new adventure with a lesson you need to learn in order to grow. That knowledge becomes authentic wisdom through applying these truths to your life. Something's coming through about that Capi energy of striving to do the best, be the best, hit the goal, next potential, next milestone. This is going to be a lifelong thing. To create more of a balance, to come at something from a place of ease. It's like if you're really rushing to evolve all the way to the top of your evolution, then it's like, yeah, that's what we're here for, but enjoy the ride. There's a way to learn to integrate and to blossom and bloom without battering yourself, without being hard on yourself or getting overly critical. This is something I'm learning. Because it's like mad personal development. So many different milestones reached. Have I been happy through all of that? All of that success, all of that internal victory? Have I been enjoying life? Have I been fully present? Not necessarily. And actually, when in full presence, healing can happen a lot easier when we get out of our own way. Things can come about a lot easier when we get out of the way. And when we really let life flow through us, instead of trying to force it to fit. And to be honest, my biggest breakthroughs, like I've spent hours, I've got so many books, guys, like hundreds of A4 books, tens, I don't know how many, 100, maybe, I don't know, 50 books and books and books of like notes, constantly developing, learning more, doing more. But my biggest breakthroughs, my biggest realizations, epiphanies, releases have come when I haven't been trying, in that state of surrender, or doing something that I felt was actually non-productive, counterproductive, something that I didn't see as spiritual or disciplined, or really when in that state of letting go, that things come through. That thing of when you lose something, like an object in the house, like you misplace your keys, as soon as you stop looking for them, you find them. When you can't think of something, you can't think of a name of someone, or you're trying to think of something, as soon as you stop trying to think, it comes through. It's like, yeah, the work's been necessary, but give yourself a minute to adjust and adapt, because there's huge things taking place here. There's an opportunity to create huge success, generational wealth, something that's going to support you and yours for the long term. It's going to mean being kind to your mind. The all is mind. This is where we're creating from. Health needs to be priority just as much as trekking up the mountain is. Unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. Listen to your heart, insights you can trust, taking care of others, perhaps too much. Yeah, filling up your own cup. Loving, comforting, emotional, and intuitive. And even here about this fear, this anxiety, it's like looking out the window. It's kind of like a daydreaming, but not dreaming, like day nightmaring about what could happen, what could go wrong. Trying to work out what's coming next. It's like, don't create what's coming next with your fears. Let go and trust. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. Creative, optimistic, enthusiastic, energetic. The waxing moon. Now is a good time to focus on achieving your personal goals. Second chakra, sacral chakra, well-being. I honour and respect my body by giving it what it deserves to thrive. I provide myself with the best of food, exercise, water, relaxation, therapeutic treatments and thoughts. I only consume foods and liquids that were designed by nature to be in my body. I stimulate my body's energy flow with exercise. I make time to rest as stillness and tranquility are vital to keep my mind and body rejuvenated. 222. Capricorn. Number 18, Khalil. Another fairy card fell out here. Take steps to ensure financial security of your children or other loved ones, making wise investments or planning for retirement, honouring family traditions. Number 18. He is intelligent, irreverent and charismatic with strong personal magnetism. He has extraordinary intuition, especially when trying to discover the truth. Often he only has to look in order to identify somebody's real intention. He possesses astuteness, patience and perseverance, analysing situations coolly and objectively in full detail. Incorruptible, he loves justice, truth and integrity, and abhors laziness or the abstract. Planet Uranus, reasons for invoking to find a good defence counsel in legal cases, to provide help so that the truth will come out in cases of conflict. Page number 21. Attribute, God who listens. The Lovers, number 6. True love that is long lasting. Choices made from the heart. A return to good health. So many blessings coming in for you guys. It feels like it's been a lot. It's like, start celebrating yourself from now. Justice in your favour. Take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. Don't doubt the decisions you've made, the seeds that you've sown. I'm going to leave it there. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you guys soon. Sending so much love.